Hello everyone, and welcome back to once again another Dev Diary, but this time in February of 2022, even though that it even says for the dev log March 1st, which is actually tomorrow, which means finally February is at an end. Sorry to all you lovers there, but this month has just been really long, if I have to be honest. January was shorter than this. But yeah, let's head right into it. Welcome to the February update. In today's post, we'll be exploring parts of our next beta update and delving into what our busy team's been working on. If you weren't already aware, a public roadmap highlighting some of our upcoming plans can be found over on Trello. I would go check that out after reading this. Modular items. Extra wall pieces and pillars will soon be added into our next update, allowing for new shapes and wall combinations. In addition to pillar pieces for all the wall materials, players will also be greeted to 1x1, 1x2, and 1x4 panels to create more intricate parts in their builds. Walls look pretty good, I will say that. And I think that's all I'm going to say about it. So, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I kind of like these ones better. I'm more into that whole safari build, so that looks really good. Alright. As you can see above, there are a number of unique pillar models depending on their assigned material. Now, animal welfare. In our next update, players will need to consider the welfare of their animals and the quality of their habitat. Beyond expected necessities, like food and water, exhibit cleanliness is a new and important feature with big consequences for your overall exhibit and zoo rating. While pooping, animals will drop small dung particles. Oh, yeah, look at that. Plop. Onto the ground and create mounds. While the particles disappear after a short amount of time, dung mounds will build up over time as animals continue to poop nearby. Players can minimize poops by supplying high-quality feed to their creatures. So basically, if you supply them with enough high-quality food, they'll poop less. But if it's low quality, they'll poop even more, which will be a big problem. Excessive feces can greatly detract from a paddock's exhibit score and will begin to make animals unhappy. To manage exhibit cleanliness, players can either schedule a habitat for cleaning or employ some very lovable friends, the dung beetles, found within the animal care category. The dung beetle nest is a small item that will automatically clean piles of poop within its radius. Hey, yo! Whoa, this is... Wow, this is the... I don't know if this is the first game. I think it is. I think this is the first game to where they've had natural cleaners actually clean up poop. Wow! Look! Which means that with them planning of paleobotany later in the future, and with this, you could actually run, and with breeding, you could actually run a perfectly balanced ecosystem with no worry of cleaning up poop whatsoever. You can just place that, bam, there you go. You got a working ecosystem. Whoa! You basically can have a working ecosystem. So if you wanted it to be just a wildlife area, you could just place this down in like a few spots and they just pick up the poop. They just clean it. Whoa! Whoa! That's the first... that's the first time that any zoo type of game has ever done that. Wow! That's Wow, that's shocking. I was wondering for many months, like, if they're gonna put in poop, we're just gonna have zookeepers, and that's just gonna be like, oh, that's not gonna work. The poop is just gonna stay there. But this is resolved for future plans. So I'm actually really happy that this is the case. Oh, that's so great. I love it. Plus, we don't have to use zookeepers that much. So that's a plus. But they're probably going to be way expensive. But Sandbox, that's not going to be a big problem. But man, that is wonderful. That is great. I love it. You guys are probably like, calm down. It's just dung beetles. Like, we understand. Calm down. No! I will not calm down. These are dung beetles. This is like the first game that is ever, like, a first animal zoo building game that has ever done this. I mean, think about it. Think about it. Zoo Tycoon, they didn't do that. Zoo Tycoon 2, the Ultimate Animal Collection, or if you just got the individual packs, they didn't do that. Planet Zoo, they're not doing it, obviously. Prehistoric Kingdom is so far the only game that is doing this. And if you have any other zoo building game that does not do this, I don't even think Wildlife Park 1, 2, and 3 does this either. I mean, they could, but to me, so far, this is the first game that's ever used natural cleaners instead of people. And if you want to prove me wrong, and I only mean by these types of games, not any other game, try to prove me wrong. Because if you do, I will totally apologize. But if not, I will not, and I am happy. But let's take a look at the pictures. Oh my gosh. The poop is not really all that detailed that much when it comes to mounds, but when it does come to like this, or even this, yeah, it's a little bit more detailed, but these are like individuals soon piling up, and then over time, that's what it becomes. And of course, we see the Edmontosaurus. Not a big shock. I think that's a rock over here. Could be poop. It looks like poop. Could be poop. But yeah. And now let's take a look at the dung beetles that I'm just so fangirl crazy for. No offense to you, no offense to fangirls out there. No offense. But my gosh, I am so happy for this. This resolves so many things about cleaning up poop. I need to stop talking about it. Alright, let's move on before I keep blushing over these dung beetles. Exhibit score. Park managers wanting to operate large income zoos will need to pay attention to their exhibit scores, a new value used to keep track of how attractive a habitat is to visitors. Higher scores lead to better donations and collectible science points. Alright, let's take a look at this. Alright, let's take a look at this. Prehistoric Safari. So that's what they've called this area. Yeah. Not a bunch of visibility. Visible dung, visible animal carcasses, species repetition. Looks pretty good. UI concept art with placeholder numbers. Alright. To maximize exhibit score, players have a number of options at their disposal. Decorations, the number of decorative scenery objects in the habitat. Ecology, housing animals from the same time period and country. Yeah, they've mentioned that before. These perks can be offset by poor exhibit management. However, visible dung, carcasses, and repeated species found elsewhere in the park will drop the overall exhibit score. So basically, the dung and the carcasses are understandable. Repeated species is also an understandable thing, because if you repeat the species, like say like you have this Pachyrhinosaurus, like it's not even just putting parentheses also subspecies, so that could be another thing, but who knows? It's still Pachyrhinosaurus, but it's just a different subspecies, so they're probably just going to keep it like that, where it's, even though they're related and they're the same species, it's just a subspecies that lives in another place. But if you have more of that species, like say like you have Pachyrhinosaurus in with Edmontosaurus, and then you have another Pachyrhinosaurus just by itself, that's not really going to work out, and that might just make it go down. Or even if you have like Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then you have like another skin of Tyrannosaurus Rex, that's not going to help. That's probably going to be a way worse than subspecies, but still. Players must also attempt to maximize the total welfare and visibility of a habitat to secure the best possible exhibit score. State of development. With early access just around the corner, the team continues to collect important feedback, improving gameplay experience through updates and prepping for early access launch. It's been wonderful to see the community grow over the last few months, and we can't wait for everyone to have access to Prehistoric Kingdom. We're currently looking for additional animators to join the team and help further develop Prehistoric Kingdom. If you're interested in working on creature animation, please send your portfolio over to us on Twitter via DMs or to our email address, which is in the parentheses, info@prehistorickingdom.com. Now, upcoming developments. So what's coming beyond the next update? Right now, our environment team is hard at work on the upcoming temperate map, British in it. 9 foliage variants will be arriving alongside the new local, offering more variety for the temperate biome, which we can click on this too. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I really like how... Oh, there's bamboo. Yep, there's bamboo. Bamboo is part of the temperate forest. The rocks look really good. So do the trees. It looks really good. They all look really good. Yeah. We're also pleased to finally unveil the long-awaited Psittacosaurus Redux. These little creatures will be available in one of our final updates before launching into early access, arriving with 3 alternate species. We can't wait for you to meet them all. Oh, look here. Oh, we can't click on it! Dang. That does not help. Alright. Community Spotlight. Tyrannosaurus paddock, Prehistoric Kingdom beta speed build, and it's closing, and the T-Rex is closing its eyes. Created by Simply Savannah. I haven't watched it, but from how it looks right here in the habitat, very good job. Very good job. Warpath, very good job. Very good job. And, ooh, created by So_bad. Ooh, that's a nice screenshot and good looking habitat too. But that's a good screenshot. Well done. Well done. Thank you for reading February's Dev Diary. We expect the next update for closed beta to launch in early March, with early access scheduled for a late April release. Until next time, the PK team. Alright, so with that said, let's go back to the dung beetles. No. I've said all I needed to say about the dung beetles. Let's actually check their roadmap. Alright. Okay, so... Oh, look at this. And this is all for April. When was this? Okay, 2021. So this was 2021. Poop and exhibit maintenance. So this is mainly what it's actually no. Alright, so from what I'm thinking here, I don't know. I might have to check on this later. But this is pretty much their roadmap. I will leave a link of their roadmap in the description down below. But yeah, with all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this bit of news from the Dev Diary. I know I did. Dung beetles for the win! Oh gosh, I'm really going over with the dung beetles. But yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.